much. Just vote sensibly, basically. Nigeria, you can contribute in setting as well. We can as that. All right, so we're in from 7 caution run. And to a reminder, we're last night we're live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH as well. Also on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. The number to call item of course is 0700 23093. Couple of matters lined up for today's discussions. A preview of what those matters are. Yes, guessed right. Traditionally, I do have side comments, random stories and random thoughts of mine. After rants coming up as well. Some pages come up. Yes, we do, as a matter of fact. And after discussions continue, they progress. Speaking of which, it's another Wednesday after this, and that happens every Wednesday. It's done for about 6 years now. We discuss the progressive development of the Niger Delta region on Canvas the Niger Delta Roundtable. Now today, we're discussing voters' education, sorting voters' participation in elections. Our guest on this today is Geraldine, a public affairs officer for INEC in Rivers State, who joined me in the 4 o'clock hour on Canvas today as we discuss voters' participation in elections. It's an ongoing series, and if you might agree with me that it's a series in season. Yeah, if there ever time we needed a series such as this, it's definitely a time. This is a series in season. Yeah, that down. Welcome. After this Canvas and other rounds, we're taking us to 5. The news of it comes at 5 p.m. Once again, discourses continue. It's editing or learning technical schools in Rivers, especially public schools. Especially. Is there any teaching or learning taking place? Now, you might remember, it's Monday. It was Monday the 9th. Was it Monday the 9th? I think it was Monday the 9th this month that schools reopened in Rivers yesterday. And I think it was not a week afterwards that the Commissioner for Education also announced. Commissioner for Education, Professor Chinedu Imom, announced that teaching material had been distributed to schools. And there's been lots about education in Rivers State, the quality, accessibility, especially at basic level. Let's talk about that. We'll start today. Asking you, what is the state of public primary and secondary education in Rivers State? I'll get it. But also on for the conversation on the show today by 5 p.m. At 5 o'clock hour, between 5 and 6 p.m. It's such a mom. He's a commissioner for education here in Rivers State. What exactly is the plan for education, especially for this year? Now, this administration might be on its way out. However, it still has a responsibility to plan for education for this year. So, what's the plan? What is the plan? We'll X-ray a number of concerning the education sector, especially at big level. And the 5 o'clock, join us for that one here. That's all still PM, course 9 to 5:30. The major is 6 review of all of this afterwards. During the open season segment, about 7, the show comes to an end by then. For the time, bringing you all the action from the world of sports, and not forgetting a slice of our greatness. Slice of us not greatness goes well with everything. It's just like a dash of our greatness. It goes well with everything, you know. And for the game tonight, it's Crystal Palace taking on Manchester United at 9 p.m. What does my crystal ball say? I'll leave that to you later. Also, FA Cup game tonight at 8:45 p.m. There's Leeds taking on Cardiff City, and at 8 p.m. as well, it's a Super Cup day. AC Milan host there. Couple there in Spain as well. Couple of games lined up there as well. Catch all the action, all the preview, all the analysis, even live game out to Port Gang later on from PM. Once again, via the earlier mentioned forms. Remember to follow and like these as appropriate. Conversation now. Yesterday comment around and the thoughts that got my attention as I checked out the news earlier on today. Just a quick reminder. They're not to be discussed now, this side comment. But later on, during the open scene tech, I'll take you to my side comment and all the other matters discussed on the show today. Now, a quick side comment. We think I sound funny today. Yeah, I do sound funny today. Starting today's assignment with some very sad story. Along Control Road, Transformation haircut yesterday. Now we said the man been a Toyota Matrix car when over his vehicle and forced him an eyewitness by shared with that car and grabbed one of the others. He was then stabbed multiple and in the hospital. Rivers Police spokesperson Grace Rico confirmed the incident and said investigation has begun. Once again, very sad development indeed. I imagine this man quite possibly, left home. Like many other men left home yesterday. Possibly left. I don't know how frequently these things happen, but I have heard times of similar accidents in the area or Transmadi area, Lee Road, and all the other roads off ordinances, Samadi area. There have been reported incidents. I mean, I had quite a number at that time, and vehicle double.
Details, stories, update.
Disruption. So, someone's driving the and then the double cross, sometimes right on an orderly road, and they're kidnapped, things like that. So to the police especially, it's good when investigating into good thing. But again, police right here in the Transmad area, it appears as it and it is observed. Then obviously that extra important, So let's do that. Let's bring some corporates to book. Let's apprehend some persons, Let's cut some persons. That will help. That will go along as well. Saying strong to this elements, about this to these criminals who killed this man. They might be listening to Nigerians for right now. I'd like to ask you a question. Are you happy? The criminals who killed this man, you've deprived the family, well, a friend, a co-worker, a neighbor, a business partner. And it wasn't. I bet all the tramadol and this all smoking food. And if you right now, just turn yourself in, and maybe I don't know how to expect it entirely. I don't know. The third presidential candidate to support in the election spoke during the PDP rally in the state. A couple of questions, Your Excellency. Number, which political allies exactly? Is it G allies? And second, I hope Your Excellency is not leading us on again this time around. But Your Excellency, we're going to announce. You have the announcement, for us, and we waited. We waited with bated breath. We waited, fingers crossed. We were waiting for the big announcement as to who you were going to support it. And the rest of the G5, and this it was like Marvel announcing that another event out. Told us the release date, and we did. People even pre-booked. They bought tickets before the opening day, and opening day came the day that we released the premiere in the cinemas. And Marvel announces and tells us, you know what, we are still discussing with our allies whether or not to release the movie. Excellency, that will be disappointing, and that's the way that this felt. That's how this felt. So Your Excellency, we're hoping that this time around will be delayed, even though it exactly state what seat it will be as against the time. But the good people and well-meaning people are trying to in this match. Eventually, absolutely lies, and that you were sub candidate who is not the PDP, anti-party activity asking, just asking, and does that the party is no longer supreme, just asking. I want to see what else on our channel on the news today. Well, the news is full of lots of politicals, understandably so. Lots of people that this person, he this person, thanking that person, appreciating this person, loving that person, the other person, expecting his really have appreciation, basically show loyalty, show that boy is loyal. It's natural. And while they're busy in appreciating and showing how loyal they are, I hope that you also give it some serious thought to the elections. Now you're going to vote. Looking on this, and should that scare you? You're featuring on this as well. All right, but make right choices. I think that the side comments, and once again, I very much hope authorities are able to apprehend the killers of the man's yesterday. I very much hope so, and I hope that they are brought to book. I hope that they brought to book and justice must be served. That's my comment. I go on the break and I return. Today's comes up. Please stay with us. Welcome back. This is Fountain Nigeria Info, your number one talk station. I'm Dio. 27 minutes to go before 4 p.m. I'd like to around for the moment. There's literally, there's a lot actually on my mind. But one thing in particular this afternoon, I'd like to express some thoughts on it, if you don't mind. Just indulge me and grant me a few minutes of your time while I do so. And when I'm done, I'll take your thoughts and mine till 4 p.m. Recently, I saw a video online. And it was a video of some politician in Nigeria, no need to mention who. In fact, he holds office in Nigeria at the moment. Maybe I could go a step further. I think he's a serving governor. I think he's a serving governor right now, I think. And he was in some Western country, and he was walking. He was walking along a road, possibly to the venue of some event or something, I don't know, maybe it was a hotel. It wasn't like in a long distance, at least in the video. I don't know where he was coming from, the video that, but it seemed like he was at his destination already. He had to walk a few meters, walk some steps to the building which I perceived he was his destination. And there were some Nigerians there who were, and all of them were capturing the video, and they were raining insults at him, and talking about him walking on the good road. And where's the good in his country or in his state? That he's walking. And one thing, besides the insult, and I don't proper about it, I don't think anyone should insult anyone. Can you criticize the person? Yeah, you have a right to, but no need to cross that to insulting the person. That's wrong. There were no aids around, No, some people died. To just die, they died like that. It was carrying the nobody was. There was no aid. His Excellency walking along the road all by himself. They see how people live, how human beings live in other parts of the world. They see that they like to travel. They love to travel there, by the way. They own property there, and their children's school there, and they holiday. In some cases, families live there. They only can holiday. And when they're done spending a couple of weeks a month, they go back home, which is some foreign overseas country. They see the developments there. They see that in those places, nobody does groundbreaking ceremony. They don't do it. They don't gather people and women tie a wrapper and start singing and dancing because of a groundbreaking ceremony for ultra-modern toilet. They don't do that. They see all these things. They see that when the road is built, there's no commissioning of the first phase, where everybody is invited for the first phase completion of the road, and then we wait for the completion of the second phase, which it will also commission by the way. They see that these things don't happen. They see that nobody is giving people oil and rice for it. They see all these things. They see what development actually is. So they know. Because there is a school of thought that perceives that African leaders don't know. They don't know what development is. They don't understand what development is. And that's why they can't replicate it in Africa in many cases. But contrary-wise, they do know because they have seen it. Even if you don't know how to make it happen, you know what it is because you have seen it, you have felt it, you have smelt it, you have touched it. You've been right in the middle of it. So they know. But the irony, the big irony is how that they know these things, and for some funny, bizarre, very dark reason, which I can't fathom or comprehend, they fail to replicate that in their own countries, in their own domains. They fail to do that. An example of African leadership understanding and knowing what the right thing is, but just somehow being unable to replicate it in their own domain. And even when they seem to do it, it's just a facelift. That's what it is. It's a facelift. It's like being pancake on something, but the pancake, we all know, including the rubber of the pancake, know that the pancake is going to wash off eventually. It's going to wash off. That's an example of what I'm talking about. And this happened not in Nigeria, by the way. But here's the stuff of our bulletins earlier. Murder in the capital. Why is the government DR Congo seen market matters? They've closed ring at some point. They've been to Venice. They know how the roads are. They've seen how clean the roads are. And they know that Pope Francis would like to see clean roads. But does DR Congo have clean roads? No, they don't have clean roads there, apparently. And has the government sought to have clean roads and not have market traders put up stalls in places they should not? No, they didn't. Did they think to build and set up enough markets so that these people would not just build the markets, but ensure that they are available and they are affordable as well for the traders? No, they didn't do that. And that's why these market people have to put up makeshift stalls on roads. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the best that the government in DR Congo has done might be a replica of what you do in River State, another part of the country. Maybe they have set up a task force in the past that will go around slapping the women around, stealing their goods, their wares, destroying some of the wares sometimes, you know. But did it solve the problem? No, it didn't solve the problem. But they have continued that way. And the traders have remained on these roads with their stalls, with their wares and their goods. And they have been managing like that. And then when the task force will come, everybody will run. Everybody will run. Task force will go there and smash bottles. They will throw away pepper and tomatoes. While they're pretending, the bag of gari or rice that they will put into the hillocks, they will do that one to share later. Cut away people's wares and all of that. But after that, the people are that because they are not solving the problem. That is not a solution to the problem, no. But once again, they have managed with this over time. But all of a sudden, Pope Francis is coming. Pope Francis will be in DR Congo, and the government has issued an edict to dismantle their stores. Guess what? Pope Francis is on his way. Officials in Kinshasa say they're making the street and tidy in time for the Pope's arrival at the end of the month. They're trying to make the streets clean for somebody who is coming in about 2 weeks, on which a gala welcome will be staged for Pope Francis. Yeah, Pope Francis is coming. So the roads have to be clean. Not because it's the right thing to do, have to be clean. Not because it's the right thing to do, not because the people of DR Congo deserve to have clean roads, deserve to have markets, affordable markets, and enough of those so traders can go and sell their wares. No, the roads have been these things, but because we have to Italy and we have seen the standard in Italy, and we want to pretend to Pope Francis that we have a similar standard in DR Congo, as if Pope Francis or his aides watch the news and are aware that place is a pigsty and you're only 14 days now because Pope Francis is coming. And that's it. What happened? Pope Francis is on. What happened? They built